Too old or too comfortable. So apparently, modern gamers feel like gaming isn't hitting like it used to be. And while I understand that many changes have occurred in the past 20 years, are those claims really valid? As a great man said, Mark Cerny, I'm sorry. Anyway, when we were making Jak 2, the game is 20 years old, but not much has changed regarding the game design. So if that's so, where is these feelings coming from? Over the years, gamers have become more and more demanding, nitpicking everything from frame drops to pacing. We ask for more without knowing what we really want, and let's be honest, not much more you can do in gaming. It's really not that much more, you know? So I set out to try to articulate what gamers are actually feeling and come up with some reasons as to why a person would start to feel this way. This so-called supposed gaming fatigue. So here's my list. The common thing that you would hear is we're getting too old for gaming, which, honestly, I do believe that that's a thing. But before you come at me, right, recognize that as we get older, we become more resistant to change. We don't really want to learn anything new because our minds find it difficult to create new paths, all these synopses and whatnot. And there's also another issue with long-term gaming you'll see. Over and over. If you've gamed for a very long time, you become super disenchanted, which your demands and expectations are basically launched into the stratosphere. And especially after things really hasn't changed over the last 20 years, these highs are absurd. It's actually reminiscent to drugs. You get your first high, right? And you can never obtain it. You can never get that high again, like ever, ever. So we start looking for new things to, satiate, our addiction, which is the game in itself. And I don't think it could be matched, truthfully. Lastly, once we're comfortable, there's no need to try anything new, really, without feeling awkward. You never like learn how to do something or have to learn how to do something when you're you're pretty much an adult. It takes forever, and you don't want to be shamed. Essentially, you're like, oh man, I don't want them to kind of know I'm struggling here because I don't want to suck. Basically, I don't want to suck, and I don't want to look bad. And this usually came out with the whole Souls community and whatnot, but that's the feeling that you would get. So we kind of fall back on what feels comfortable. That's what I've been kind of peeping, you know. We reject anything that's new. The games, what is games as a service? A lot of people are like really like not into that. But some of these games are really good. They're super competent. Not saying that I'm for it, but I'm just saying, you know. But we will typically make excuses for not trying anything new, and then complaining about the gaming industry as it never really changed, which is a load of crap. So to be honest with you, I really hope at some point we could be real with ourselves and truthfully admit our bias and open up to new experiences, to spice up our gaming life.